Let's talk about a huge reason athletes fail. A big reason we do not step up and compete at our full capacity, perform at our full capacity. This is probably one of the biggest reasons we don't give 100%. As a father watching my athletes, my own sons train and go to tournaments and compete, it's a constant mental battle, constant mental struggle to get them to pull the trigger to go all in. And the reason, this is huge, this is something you need to think about in depth. It's not a shallow topic at all. The biggest reason is there is a variety of discomforts. There's a variety of pain that we have to spend a lifetime building calluses for, that we have to learn how to deal with them at least on two levels. And one is knowledge based, wisdom based. For example, I've seen over and over again with a lift like the deadlift, a new lifter, a beginner. This happens on a regular basis. They go to grab a heavy barbell, and it's a weight they've never done. It's a movement they've never done. And if it's close to anywhere near their maximal effort, it could be 60% of their maximal potential that they could do right now today. They grab the bar, they give it a little tug, they immediately let go. And I can tell that the effort wasn't there. Immediately tell the athlete, you can lift that. It's like, you have the strength, you just don't know you can lift it. And the reason being is it shocked you. It delivered a level of discomfort and a level of chaos, a level of unknown. All right, I don't know if this thing is going to break my back. I don't know if the burn in my muscles is okay or not. Is that hurting me or is it normal? I don't know if the pressure I felt inside my entire system, from your core to your head, you'll feel a scary amount of internal pressure while you're doing maximal lifting. No joke. It gets scary. Ask World's Strongest Men, what's his name? Can't remember at the moment. His eyeball actually popped out of his head due to the pressure when he was training. The maniac popped it back in and kept going. Necessarily recommend that, but it's understandable when a new lifter, a new trainee, a beginner in strength and conditioning and wrestling shies away, immediately gives less than what they can give. So it definitely takes a lot of experience to go ahead and encourage and let the kid know that it's not going to hurt you. Go ahead and give them a couple tips. For example, I'll tell people, if you feel a twinge, you feel something sharp in your back, is you let go, you bail, if that happens. Can't remember the last time it's actually happened, but accidents can happen. However, because we have goals, we want to get better, we want to push our limits, and what it boils down to, no matter what your experience level is, coaching or competing or training, is your best educated guess based on the thousands of deadlift repetitions I've observed and done myself. You can pull this safely. So go ahead and give it your best shot. Don't stop pulling. It's not going to move fast. If it's close to your max, it will not move fast. It will move slow. That's when you need to dig deep into your soul, nor the shock, nor the fear, and just keep pulling. And that's a process. That's how you build the mind of a warrior, the mind of a champion, through thousands of those experiences. And you have to do it. This is the key. You have to do it with a spectrum, a variety of different pains. Because that one rep max deadlift hurts. It's bad. But it doesn't hurt like running 3 miles as fast as you possibly can, until you feel like you're suffocating, because you're doing it for time. You're pushing yourself, because you need to make your body adapt. You got to force it to adapt, give it something to adapt to. And this is a huge part of our training system is the mind and the body are not separate. To train the mind, you use physical training. We study the Word, the Bible, and we have our core values in place. We know why we are pushing ourselves to such extremes. It's in our code. But you can't develop the mind to endure hard things without enduring hard things. And you have to endure the entire variety. So that's why it's important that you get as much mat time as you can, because you don't want to be shocked by any wrestling situation. Whether you're in a long grind and your opponent wants to drag this out, wants to go the distance, or you're in insanely fast-paced scrambles over and over again, your opponent has no intention of dragging this out. You can't be shocked by either situation. You can't be shocked by different moves that are thrown at you. That's why you need thousands of matches. You have to have seen it all to not be shocked by any of it. That's a bragging right. You can't shock me. I've seen it all. I've done it all. You can't do something to me I haven't already done to myself in training. And you can't show me something I haven't already seen in tournaments and competitions. That's our goal. That's where we're headed. Okay, so we're always trying to develop the unshockable wrestler. And this is why your hardest opponents, your toughest opponents mentally and physically come from the harshest environments. Okay? One of the worst things you can do to a fighter is make them civilized. I'm quoting Mickey there. And it's true. You wrestle somebody from your neighborhood in a spoiled first world country. They have AC, they have hot showers, they have the best equipment, and they wrestle somebody who's used to training in dirt. They only have cold showers. They don't have AC. They wrestle whoever they can, whenever they can, never say no. They'll wrestle in the backyard, anywhere. Those people can't be shocked. You're not going to throw them off their game. They're not going to pause. They're not going to hold back. There's nothing you can do to them that phases them. So that's the path, and that's what we intentionally create in our training. That's why we do not only for the athletic attributes, but for the mindset. We do heavy lifting. We do long, horrible grinders. We do short, intense, insanely fast complexes that resemble scrambling in a wrestling mat. A lot of these conditioners, a lot of these sessions have made my boys cry. They've made my athletes cry, and it still gives me pause. I have empathy. I'm not cold-hearted. But if there's not a compound fracture, if there's not a torn muscle, they can still breathe. They're not nauseous, they're not vomiting, then 99 times out of 100, we have to keep going. It's necessary. We have to build the calluses on that mind. We intentionally design workouts, conditioners that halfway through should be the oh crap moment. I'm only halfway through. Say it's a 20-minute conditioner, AMRAP, as many reps as possible. At the 10-minute, you should be thinking and negotiating and talking to yourself like a schizophrenic. I don't think I can do this. One more rep. You're doing all kinds of math in your head. I'll just do one more rep and see what happens. And just one rep at a time. Negotiating the whole way. And before you quit, often, because we have no idea how much we got. We always have more than we think. You make it. And those, I used to think maybe I'll get so well conditioned, so strong mentally, that these crazy conversations in my head when I'm dying halfway through a conditioner, I won't need them. They'll go away. It won't be a thing anymore. I'll just be like a Terminator, a machine. They don't go away. Let me tell you that I've been doing the world's worst training for 30 years, getting up there. Won a national championship in CrossFit. Went to war for a year. I've been in every training environment, scenario imaginable, and the right workouts will create that moment where it's now mental training. Now it's a question of your mental toughness. Your body is trashed. Your body probably had enough to move the needle. to increase your fitness, to increase your performance at that 10-minute mark, at least a little bit, move the needle a little bit. You will get better if you quit right there, so you can tell yourself, I did good, but it won't be enough. You won't reach your full potential. So if you find yourself doing my programming and that happens often, then you're doing it right. You did the conditioner the way I wanted you to do it. I don't want you to blow through it easy, no problem. I want it done a certain way, and that's one of our rules, is it's got to be bad on that second half. Bad. It's got to be questionable. You got to be thinking, I don't know if I can finish. I don't know if I can hold my pace. And then somehow you do. That's how you create a strong mind, a strong spirit, an unshockable wrestler who at any point in any tournament doesn't get rattled, always pulls the trigger, always goes all in.